Okay. Thank you so much, and you're welcome to this episode of the class at this moment. Nice to have you once again in the class. And this is a introduction to cybersecurity and ethical hacking in the year 2026. And we've taken some classes so far. We've taken a very deep dive into introduction to ethical hacking mostly, and also cybersecurity. And we've looked into importance of cybersecurity in nowadays life, the technologies, everything that we require that we need to do. So as per the courses, ethical hacking, we are going to be making use of some tools which we are going to be looking into today, that we're going to be seeing. And I'm going to be demonstrating how we are to set up our labs using both the two main virtual technology softwares or application, that is Oracle VirtualBox and also VMware. Though we have more than that, anyway, I will be showing you the virtualization technologies that we have, or the virtualization applications that we have. But you stick to the one that you prefer the most. That is why I want to show you the both. But for me, personally, I think I'm a fan of Oracle VirtualBox. This is not for promotional purposes, but I just like Oracle VirtualBox because of the settings, the interface. It's the lightweight behavior and the responsiveness, and it's easy to troubleshoot. So let's dive into the class. So what are we going to be having today? What are we going to be having today? Please confirm you can see my screen and everything is bold enough for you to see very well. Please confirm you can
Yes.
see my screen. That's good. So number one, what we're going to be doing is ethical. What we're going to be doing today, we're going to be looking into ethical hacking lab sets up. So when you're talking about ethical hacking lab setup, there are multiple ways, not just one ways. But I can say the one I want to teach you today is the most common way that you can set up ethical hacking lab or personal lab or other things. We have the virtualization method, that is installing an application where you can install all this your machine into it, so on and so forth, and so people can turn their laptop into dual booting. They can turn their laptops into dual booting. Some people can use dual booting. What does dual booting means? Dual booting means combination of Kali Linux or any other OS that they use to do this, because it is not only Kali Linux we use. Combination of Kali or Parrot OS. There's another one called Parrot OS. So people believe they love that so much because I've used it once. I think the only thing that is different from Kali Linux is because its terminal is much more beautiful and it's much more colorful than that of Kali. So combination of Kali Linux and or Parrot OS with uh, with Windows, maybe the two together. So when your system boot up, it either asks you, do you want to boot into Kali Linux or you want to boot into Windows? So I know one way or the other, you are very familiar, or you might be very familiar with a particular kind of operating system you've been using recently. I'm talking about the environment of the operating system, even like the one I'm using for this class. I'm sure you are very good. You've been all your life, you've been working with Windows, or at most, you'll be working with Mac OS. Is that true? Is that not true? You'll be
Yes, sir.
working with Windows and Mac OS, but for this class, for this purpose, you are not going to be working with that. You're going to be having your first dive into a particular kind of operating system entirely, and that name of the system is called Kali Linux. So Kali Linux actually started from the history of backtrack, maybe backtrack 2, backtrack 5, and so on and so forth. But as for this one, you are going to be looking to Kali Linux, and trust me, by the time you get so much invested in this operating system and you are getting vast in it, trust me, I would not use the word dislike. I would say you will not be moved to use Windows or Mac OS anymore, because to use all these kind of Ubuntu softwares or Kali Linux or Red Hat Linux operating system is wonderful, especially when you are good at making use of the terminal. And this is what I am going to teach you in this course, especially to make you comfortable with the terminal. How can you use the terminal operating system? You know, we have two types of operating system. The first operating system we have is GUI, the GUI, we call it GUI, and the second one is CLI. CLI. What is GUI? What is CLI? GUI means GUI means graphical user interface, while CLI means command line interface. So Kali Linux almost have both. Yes, just Windows have both. And also, what do we call it? Mac OS also have both. I'll be diving deeper into this. This is not what we are really looking into at this time. This is not the model of. I'm going to be doing that in the next class. Um, we are doing the ethical hacking lab setup. So how do you set up your lab? The first thing you do to set up your lab is to make sure you enable your virtualization technology. Technology through BIOS. Through BIOS. That is the first thing you do. You must go to your BIOS. Do you know what BIOS means? Do you know what BIOS means? You know, when you boot your system and you click on a particular key, and those keys takes you to a particular blue and gray like kind of blue and gray like kind of BIOS, Windows rather. That is what we call you booted into your BIOS. It looks like a DOS environment. So let me show you something. Screen shots of virtualization technology enabled in BIOS screen. BIOS screen. I just want to see how it is. You know, I can't do this for this system we're currently using, but we can do that. So you can, how do you do that? All you just need to do is just search for key pressed. Maybe you are using Dell. Dell is F2 to enter into the BIOS. If you're using HP, you keep tapping, what do we call it now? You keep tapping, if it's HP, it's F10. If it's Lenovo, I think it's F12. So we have different kind of things you do. So you can just come to ChatGPT and ask for key pressed to boot into BIOS for all laptop models. That is, if you don't know how to do it, you can either use ChatGPT or look at it up in YouTube. Can you see HP uses either F10 or Escape? Then Dell uses F2. Lenovo uses F2, F1, and also uses Enter. Asus uses F2 or Delete. Acer uses, so depending on your laptop. So even Microsoft Office says you should hold volume up and power button. So what I'm saying is that in most cases, the delete key, the F2 key, the F10 key, and the escape is much more common. But you just look up which one does your OEM belongs to. Which one does your laptop brand or model belongs to? If it's Dell, you boot into BIOS with your F2. So how do you do that? Just restart your system and keep tapping that key. Then you enter there, then you begin to navigate. And some BIOS shows on the screen. Immediately you restart the laptop or you shut it down, you turn it on, it shows on the screen and it tells you press this particular button, press this particular key to boot into BIOS. So you can see all those in. Let's see if we can see some. Exactly. This is how some BIOS screen looks like. Exactly. These are how BIOS screen looks like and virtualization technology looks like. I think mine, this is YouTube. This is hypervisor. Mine is Dell. Okay, some are like this also. Some are like this also. It's an overflow issue on the internet. Just go to the internet, look at it, enable it. Just enable it, and then you are good to go. Just enable it, then you are good to go. See, F1 for info. See, these are the keys you need to press to move there. This is another one again. Intel virtualization technology enabled, and so on and so forth. I think that is all. I hope you understand how you can boot into different virtualization windows now to see how different windows. Let's see virtualization technology enabled BIOS screen for Dell laptops. Let's see how it looks in Dell. So you can be sure of what you are doing. You can be sure of what you are doing, that you're not doing the wrong thing. This is some Dell laptops. These are some Dell laptops. Just look it up. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste your time with this. So just look at this. They are telling you how to do that. You can even do it manually. Yes, it's true. You can turn window features on and off. Yes, you can turn it on, but I prefer you do it from your BIOS, because when you still do this, you still need to restart the system for it to reboot. So it's better you set it up from the BIOS or do the both. So thank you. So that is all about all these things. So like I said, apart from having a virtualization technology setup, you can also have a boot from the USB drive, or you can dual boot from your system. So let's start. Oracle VirtualBox. So how can you get Oracle VirtualBox? You can go to Oracle VirtualBox to a particular link, but I would suggest for the best and updated link that you're going to be making use of, is best thing is to search for everything you want to download from Google. So just type download Oracle VirtualBox. The first link is always the link, or most times the link to click. Click the first link, and after clicking the first link, click on Windows Host. Click on Windows Host. So when you click on Windows Host, it downloads immediately, because it depends on whichever one you want to install it on. We are making use of Windows. That is why I say you should click on Windows OS. If you're using Mac OS, you can click on the Mac variants that you have there and just click on it. And this one is another thing entirely on its own. It's called VirtualBox Extension Pack. But one way or the other, we will not be needing that at the moment in this course. If we need to make use of it, I'll let you know, or I will tell you that we need to download it. But most times it's just for plugins and enhance things. Do you have anything to say?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, so I already have this downloaded. So let's go and install it and see the proper way of installing. So I will encourage all the files you're going to be installing should be saved in your, it should be saved in your document space. It should be saved in your document space. So this is the recent one. I just downloaded it at the moment. just a few minutes ago. So just click on right, click on open. You see this icon loading VirtualBox. So you wait. It's advisable you have good system requirements, at least system requirements. Let me talk about system requirements. It is advisable you have at least 8 gig RAM or more. I might upgrade this particular system to 12 gig RAM. Then you add disk space, or let me just say your storage. Your storage should be at least 500 gigabytes HDD, or at least maybe 256 SSD, and which that is what I'm making use at this moment. SSD is more advisable, much more recommended. Why? Because it aids the speed and the responsiveness of the system. You can see what happened in before I started the class, how the system hanged a little while, and you see that it solved the problem itself again. But if it was hard disk, that would have been the end of the system. I would have had to reset it or something like that. So your processor speed, at least I would advise you have at least a core, maybe let me talk about the processor speed. I would say a 2.0 gigahertz, it's actually good. A 2.0 gigahertz is good to start with, and your processor speed or your processor itself should be at least a core i5. You can use a core i3 to start learning, to start training, but trust me, you'll be frustrated. So to check all these requirements, how can you check them? You can just come down here and type system information. System information. This is it. System information. Click it, you turn it up, open it, then you see all your information here. See all your information here, and you can see that I'm using a Core i5 6th gen, and I'm running at 2.4 gigahertz, and I'm having two cores, 2.4 gigahertz. So, and I have 4 logical processors, but on 2 cores. That means a single core is picking 2 logical processors, another 2 logical processors. So, with the other values being shared, and I'm making use of, let's look at it. You see my Hyper-Vs are enabled. Can you see them? All my Hyper-Vs are enabled.
Yes,
and look
sir.
at my installed physical memory is 8 gigabytes. 8 gigabytes at least, which I promise you I'm going to be upgrading this possibly to 12. I'm going to be adding 4 gig RAM to it to make it 12. So it can aid the speed, and I can say Windows 11 preferably. Windows 11 preferably, and I'm making use of an SSD. How do you know a system is using SSD? Just type this word, DFR. DFR, it shows defrag and optimize disk. Click on open. You'd see something says SSD, solid state drive. This is it. Can you see SSD? That is my hard drive. So that is how
Yes.
you know how to check the proper system configuration or requirement. So let's continue. We have the Oracle VirtualBox here. Okay, I remember another type of operating system that you can use apart from Kali Linux, or you can use for ethical hacking. And more are still coming out. I just saw one recently that we're going to be using. We're going possibly we're going to be making use of Kali Linux. And it doesn't mean that you cannot do penetration testing with Windows. You can. You can do penetration testing with Windows, but why Kali Linux? Because if anybody builds a virus for you. This is one of the reasons why they said Linux operating system is one of the most safest operating system, because if anybody builds a ransomware for you, a virus for you, a malware for you, and they send it to you in the form of exe, which is the most extension that many hackers do create their virus in. And it's possible we are going to be creating a virus in this class also, and we're going to be attacking our own personal lab with it, and we're going to be hiding it under a picture or under a PDF file, and you're going to be seeing how it's going to be working, and we're going to be remote connecting to the system we send it to, and we're going to be exploiting the system loophole by creating the virus. So what am I saying? We have another one called Parrot OS, and we also have another one called, I want to explain this. I would have just gone to the practical straight for you, but I need to explain this, but because you would need it in your academic movement also. So and there's another one called Tails OS. You can check it up and read about it and do the comparison. Maybe in the next class you can tell me which one you prefer as a person looking at cybersecurity in the offensive line, in the penetration testing line, and let me say the ethical hacking line. Which one would you want to stick to? But for me, I'd rather want to stick with Kali Linux. I would like to know which one you would like to stick to. Is it Tails? Is it Parrot? Is it Kali, and why? Thank you. So you click on next, you choose I accept, you click on next, you click on next, then you go, you say yes, you say yes, then starts by default when opening OVA files. Well, if you like that, you can leave it, and you can also uncheck this. This has meaning. The meaning means that when you download OVA files, you can just double click it and automatically it comes by default. So I won't check it because we're going to be installing both Oracle VirtualBox and also VMware. So you click next and click install.
Yes, sir.
Click on install. So that is going to be installing. That is going to be installing for you. Okay, then we are done. At this moment, you can click finish. You can click finish. So one way or the other, we are done with that. And if you open it, you will see something like this. You can see something like this. Okay, I still have my machine here. Let me remove the machine. Right click, remove. Delete this machine with virtual drive, remove. So this is how it's going to look like freshly. This is how it's going to look like. So we have two types of mode when you want to do something on this. When you click on file and you click on maybe the settings or something, it's better to be on the expert mode. It's better to be on the expert mode. I'm going to be showing you that this is not the expert mode. This is the basic mode, and it will be hard for us to install like this. So we need to look into the expert mode. And to get to the expert mode, you need to click on preference and turn this on. Leave the basic and come to expert. Yes, I can hear you.
So you were cracking, but I'm hearing now.
Okay, don't worry. You can still check the, what can I call it now? The replay of this
video.
Yes, of this video. That would really help you. Okay, because we are back time. We've already lost a lot of time already. That is why I'm fasting. But maybe I should slow my pace down a little, so you'll be able to understand on these things. So let's move ahead. Let's move ahead. Maybe I should reiterate again on how we are going to be making use of a basic or expert interface. So if you're by default you're on basic interface, when you install and you double click and you open it, you see something like this. I'm sorry, I can't. Okay, I don't know, I can increase it. I just tried it and it worked. So this is how it looks like. So to install a new machine, when you click on create new virtual machine, you see something like this, or you click on new, you see something like this. I would not advise you go with this mode. I would not advise you go with this mode. Turn on your expert mode. So close this and click on preference, click on experts, click on close, and click on create new virtual machine. You can see the interface has changed. If you notice that the interface has changed. So this is how it's going to be looking like. And we are ready to set up our virtual machine. So first off, let me close this and go back to other things we need to download. We are going to be downloading Kali Linux. We're going to be downloading Kali Linux. And how do we download Kali Linux? Is by visiting google.com and search download Kali. You search for download Kali. So when you search for download Kali, you will see the first link. The first link here. The first link is the link you need to click. Yes, you will see installer images and you see virtualization. In case you didn't see anything as this, in case you didn't see anything like installer images of virtual machine, please look out for anything called maybe the download or something. Look for it. But most times, the first link leads us to this place. So let's go ahead and click on this white space. Click on this white space for virtual machines. And you can see, like I told you, I said when I get there, I will explain the other virtual machines that we have that you can use to test out. And you as a student coming into ethical hacking world, I'm very, what can I call it, familiar with these tools, VMware and VirtualBox. But now we have Hyper-V, Hypervision by Windows. And we have KEMU. It's called KEMU. So I would like you to challenge yourself by downloading Hyper-V and KEMU virtual application, VirtualBox application, install them and install this, download Kali from this place and install it on it and see if it works. If it works, tell me which one you love the most. Is it KEMU? Is it Hyper-V? So for this class, we're going to be making use of the two. So you are going to click on this place to download Kali. You're going to click on it to download Kali. You see, I already have it downloaded. So I'm going to click on cancel. But for you, click on OK. Now, we are also going to be downloading VirtualBox. Click on it. You see, I already have it downloaded. So click on OK for yourself, but for me, I'm going to be clicking on cancel because I already have it downloaded. And what did I click? I didn't click the middle. I clicked this 3.5G. It was what I clicked. This 3.5G. So that is what you're going to be clicking to download a virtual machine. And what else are we going to be installing? We're going to be installing another operating system, or let me call it our server. The vulnerable server. This server was purposely built with viruses, with vulnerabilities, and we're going to be looking into it. We're going to be looking into it. So it's purposely built for that, so we can be able to use it as our hacking skill, to test our hacking skills and see how we can also test the real life or the kind of server out there for us to be able to see if we can gain access into that server. So going forward, we're going to be downloading the next one called Metasploitable. Metasploitable. So Metasploitable, just to download it, just type download Metasploitable 2. Just put download Metasploitable 2. And you're going to be seeing Rapid 7. You're going to be seeing Rapid 7. Yes, Rapid 7. You can download from Rapid 7. We have two places where you can download. You can click on this place. You can click on this place. If I click it, it start downloading. I click on this place to download your Metasploitable 2, or you can also search for this site, VulnHub. VulnHub. Just search for VulnHub and you see a site called VulnHub. Yes, VulnHub. In this VulnHub, what they do is to build a lot of machines you can test with. So you can always look. I mean, we're going to be making use of just two here that we're going to be installing. You can also download any other one and see how you can work on them. For example,
Okay,
this
sure.
is one here. This is one here, web machine. You can make your researches and see how you can install web machine and see how you can work on it. So what you just need to do when you get to VulnHub, just come here and type for search for Metasploitable. Okay, I think my spelling is wrong. Metasploit. Metasploitable. Okay, yeah. We have Metasploitable right now. This is Metasploitable 1, Metasploitable 2. So click on Metasploitable 2 and voila, this is it. You click on this link. Click on this link. That's the second link, how you can download. So it takes you to this site, and from this site, it begins to download. But I've already downloaded Metasploitable. I'm going to be showing you. So see, this is it. I've already downloaded it, so I'm canceling that. But for your own, click on Start Download. So after Metasploitable 2, we're going to be making use of another. In that same site, that same VulnHub site, we can look for the last one we'll be downloading, and that one is BWAP, BWAP B-Box. Yeah, this is BWAP B-Box. This is a particular kind of Ubuntu operating system that is built to be vulnerable. So yeah, it's like a web server also. It has a lot of web application. It's a lot of more than 100, what do we call it now? 100 vulnerabilities of web application testing on it, such as PHP, um, injection testing, SQL injection, cross-site scripting, a whole lot of things. By the time we log in, you see everything there. So let's start with this. Let's download this. By the time you click on BWAP, you see the link here also. If you scroll down, you see the link here also. So you can click on it and it will just start downloading for you. So I'm through with that. So I'm going to be going straight into the installation. So like I said, click on preference and activate your expert mode and click on cancel. And you come, okay, before you come here, the first thing you do is to extract your files because they are all going to be in a zip folder. So look for Kali. This is Kali Linux VirtualBox and Kali Linux VMware. Be careful and be sure of which one you want to install first. So I'm going to be starting with the one that says VirtualBox. I'm going to be right clicking and you need an extractor. The best extractor I can recommend for you is 7-zip. So right click on this Kali Linux VirtualBox, show more options. If you're using Windows 11, click on 7-zip and click on extract files here. Extract here. Then extracts. The reason why I choose 7-zip is that it does not corrupt any file. It's hardly corrupt file, but other extractors out there corrupt files, but not every time anyway. But I've tested 7-zip and it is trusted. So to download 7-zip, just go to the internet and type download 7-zip and you see the latest version with a .exe. Install it, it's safe. and you see it among the list of your pop-ups in that. So when this one finish installing, I'm going to explain the files you're going to be seeing inside. So we are waiting for this to extract. We're waiting for this to extract. So let's just hold on. It's going. The more your RAM, the faster the job that you're going to see. So in this case, let's say 3 gig. That's why I said the class might be splitted into two classes, because the extractions, and especially when it comes to Windows 10 and Windows 11 installation, it takes time, because it's as if you are reloading a new system, and it depends on the speed and the configuration of your system that will determine how fast it's going to be. So let's hold on.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. That's it. It has finished downloading. Now, what do we have in it? It's a safe file, very safe. It is 14.7 gig. But remember, the super compressed was just less than 3.5 gig. Less than 3.5 gig, or let me say 3.5 gig. And after extraction, we have 14.7 gig. So what do we have in this folder? What we have in this folder is just two files here. These two files is what we are going to use to set up our virtual machine, and we are going to be making use of this one in 3 kilobytes. So let us start up. But while I'm starting up, I would like to be using the opportunity while I'm configuring to extract my metasploitable machine also. So this is your downloaded metasploitable machine. I would advise to extract them on your documents. So it will be easier for you to navigate and choose, and it will also be easier for that the virtual machine to be able to get where it's putting all those things inside, where it's going to be extracting those virtual machines from. So I'm going to click on show more. I'm going to click on 7-zip, and I'm going to click on extract here. So let it continue. I think this is faster. That's good. This is more faster. That is good. And maybe once and for all, let me also extract B box. Where's B box? This is B box. Okay, B box is already extracted. B box is already extracted. So let's go on. We have my Kali Linux here. I have my Metasploitable here, and I have my B box here. So I'm going to minimize this, bring up this, and click on new. Okay, this is an expert mode now. And what am I going to do? The first thing you do in this interface is to type in the name of your operating system. I'm going to be putting Kali Linux here, so I'll be able to know what I'm working with. Then you skip the second place, leave it as default. That means it's creating a virtual machine folder for you. Skip this ISO image. You are not going to be making use of that. RDB, you downloaded the first one. Let me search for the first Kali option, and you didn't download the, if you download the installer image, yeah, this one, it is going to be an ISO file. These are ISO files, installer image. That is when you can use this ISO image. But this one, we are not making use of that. So that is why we are not going to be choosing anything here. So OS edition, leave it. Empty. Distribution, hold on, please. So sorry about that distraction, please. So sorry about that distraction. So Kali Linux, as the name is a type of a Linux operating system. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. It's a kind of Linux operating system, so you choose Linux. Then you come here and choose Debian. It's part of a Debian series. So these are the kind of series we have for Kali Linux. We have the Linux 2.2, we have the Linux 2.4, 2.6 Linux, we have the Debian, we have the Fedora, we have the Red Hat, we have the Open. I'm sorry about that. It's an urgent call anyway, but I will attend to it later after the class. So we are going to be looking for Debian. Is it Debian 32 kind, a Debian 64 kind of series? That is for Kali Linux. And you need to click on set up unattended guest OS installation. Let's check it. Okay, leave this place the way it is. Just leave it alone and click on the next accordion. Yes, yes, this place you need to set it. Now, by default, it's having 2 gig RAM to itself. It's going to be super slow. This is why we are telling you that you should make sure that you give Kali, you have very good configuration. That if you are using 32 gig RAM or 16 gig RAM, you can give Kali 8 gig and you're going to see how fast it's going to be. So going forward in my next class, I'm going to be upgrading it and I'm going to be increasing the value I'm going to be giving to Kali Linux. So whatever thing you do, you are free to drag the line as much as you want, but the worst thing you could ever do is, and it's going to be a mistake, is don't drag over the red line. Hope you can see the red line. Don't drag over the red line, but you can drag from the green line downward. So by default, they gave us 2 gig. I'm going to come here. That is by default. I'm going to just come here and make it 3 gig. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to make it 3 gig. Yeah, this is okay for me. And number of CPUs, I don't know. We have 4 CPUs. I can make it this. Don't let it go down because it's going to be doing a lot of processing. So I'm going to drag it just to this place. And I'm going to go to click on this place, specify virtual hard disk accordion. So at the specify virtual hard disk accordion, we have 2 radio buttons here. Use an existing virtual hard disk drive and create virtual machine without a virtual hard disk. So I'm going to be clicking use an existing virtual hard disk drive. Now you notice that this place becomes automatically enabled. Look at it. It was grayed out, but by choosing this place, it became automatically enabled. So click on this folder with a green up arrow. You see this is a hard disk mount. It's called disk image mounts. This is a refresh. So click on this and navigate to where you extracted your Kali Linux. Navigate to where you extracted your Kali Linux, and that is inside my documents. Inside my documents, it's called Kali Linux VirtualBox. Double click it, and can you see this? select it and click open. Yes, that is good. We can see Kali Linux there at this moment. Select it and click open. Then make sure you click again to double confirm on Kali Linux VirtualBox AMD. Click on it. You can see it's writing virtual size is 80 gig. Click on it and click on choose. Click on choose, and when you click on choose, click on finish. That's all. Then you can see your Kali Linux machine is here. Then you can go ahead and test it. If it's working, it will come on. And if it's not working, it will not come on. So once you see Kali Linux here, you can change the name. If you want to change the name by clicking this word, you can change the name Kali Linux 2. You can say my Kali Linux. You can say Kali Hack Linux. If anything, Kali Linux machine. You can give it any name you like. Click on OK. Then the name changes at this space. So, but I'm going to leave mine alone as Kali Linux and click on OK. Then once you are done, click on this place and click on instead of starting, there's something I wanted to jump. Click on settings. Click on settings. Then you review all the things you have here. Check on system. If you made a mistake by choosing another variant, maybe choose Ubuntu 32, you can do well to change it from that to what is supposed to be Debian and choose 64. Click OK. Come to system. Look at it. Everything is fine in system. If you increase you can change this from video memory. You can increase it if you like to 128 gig, if you like. But I don't want to use 128 gig. I can just put it at the middle. I can put it at the middle. Let me use maybe 80 will be fine. 80 is fine. Number of virtual monitors, I'll leave that alone. Display, I'll leave that alone. Storage, I'll leave that alone. I'm not doing anything. Let's go to network. Network. This network is very important because you see something called attached to NAT. We're going to be leaving this at NAT at the moment. Maybe going forward, we might be tweaking our configuration one way or the other, that NAT is like the default adapter for network. Then we are going to be using bridge adapter at a particular time, but especially when you want to hack wireless networks. There's something you need to come here. Then there's something called interland network. But for now, we are going to leave it at the default NAT and USB. For these most recent ones, you can add USB into it. By the time you plug in USB into your system, it will be seen by Kali Linux, but I am not going to do that. I'm going to be working on something in the next class. Maybe I'll complete the installation of how to mount all your machines for Oracle VirtualBox. Then the next class is going to be how to mount your machine for VMware. So for this, I'm going to be creating something called the shared folder, and I'm going to be explaining what the shared folder means. That means after building our virus and you want to share it to our victim, your target machine, you just need to upload it to the share folder, and your target machine can also see the share folder. So it just picks it from there instead of you uploading it to the internet or using Flash to copy or finding one way or the other to transfer within. Since they're on the same network, your Kali is on the same network with your Windows machine, you just create a share folder. Let Kali Linux be able to see the share folder and specify the path and everything. And from there, you'll be able to do what you need to do and you can share files. So I think I'm okay with my network. I'm okay with everything. Click on OK and click on Start. This is how you start up and boot your machine. Click on Start. So you look at it here, powering up, powering VM up. If you do not have your virtualization technology enabled, it will give you error here. Immediately you see this virtual box, it will give you error. Can you see my Kali is working perfectly fine now? It's booting up. It's
Yes, sir.
booting up. Yeah, it's booting up. And by default, unless you change it, but most times I've done that before and I've noticed I've been stalked. By default, Kali Linux comes with a password, username and password. Kali Linux comes with a username and password. Yes, my machine is up. And the default username for Kali Linux is Kali. Then you click on login. Kali. But if you like, you can ask me or you can make research on your own how to change the default username and password of Kali Linux. You can make your own admin and change the password to anything you like, maybe more secure. But since it's your machine and you're just using it for personal testing and trying out something, you can just call it Kali and just leave it at Kali and keep using it. But by the time you have become more experienced, you want to play around your machine, you want to customize your CLI, you would be able to change your username and password and be sure, well assured that you should know that you need to remember them. So this is Kali Linux. I'm not going to be doing a walkthrough at the moment. I just want to show you that Kali Linux is perfectly working. So we're going to be shutting down Kali Linux and we're going to be installing Metasploitable, going through the same step. So to shut down your machine, this is how you shut down your machine. You click on this button here that says logout. You're going to be seeing this option here, shut down. Just click on it and your machine will shut down. So that is all about that. So now we're going to be creating another one called the Metasploitable. So Metasploitable, just like Kali, that we did for Kali, click on new and name it Metasploitable. Metasploitable 2. Metasploitable 2. Then Metasploitable 2 is also a Linux operating system under your OS. Find Linux, choose Linux. And Metasploitable 2 is in one particular kind of, what can I call it now? The series it belongs to in the Linux family is a series known as Ubuntu. It belongs to the Ubuntu. Under the OS distribution, click Ubuntu. Then you see Ubuntu 64 here and look for Ubuntu 64. That is it. So click on specify virtual machine, skip it. No, set up unattended guest, leave that. Specify virtual machine. Okay, they gave it 2 gig by default. I think it's fine. You can even reduce it to 1 gig because we hardly will be doing anything on it, only just to check the IP address and to confirm one or two things, not really working on it. You can leave it at 2 gig if you are using 8 gig RAM. Leave the number of CPUs at 1 the way it is, it's fine. And click on, no, not finish. Click on this place, virtual, uh, specify virtual hard disk. Just like the way we did that one also, you can click on use existing hard drive. Use an existing virtual hard disk file. Click on it and do the same thing by clicking on this folder. Click on the add button and go and find your folder where you extracted your Kali, I said Kali, excuse me, your Metasploitable, which is for me in this case, and it's also recommended to be your document. Look for Metasploitable 2 Linux, double click it. You can see this icon, click on it and click on open. You can see the both of them are highlighted, like I told you, that when you want to click on choose, you must click here, click here. For you to be sure of what you clicked, you will see a small white line here, very tiny, where my cursor is here. Look at this. Can you see it is up now? Click on Metasploitable. and click on choose and click on finish. No need to do any settings here. I don't think we need to do any settings here. It's fine. The only settings I would have loved to change is that I am not hacking Metasploitable. I am hacking a particular kind of company. So I'm going to be using this company as an example. I'm going to click on Metasploitable and I'm going to change the name to Fingerprints Digital. So this is Fingerprints Digital Server. Fingerprints Digital. This is Fingerprint Digital Server, their FTP, their server, their web server, everything, all their hosts, their network entirely is inside this vulnerable machine. So I'm going to be calling this Fingerprint Digital. Okay, what about Bbox? How are we going to install Bbox? So that is the next thing we're going to be doing now at the moment. Installation of Bbox. So I would like to start up this also and show you how this also starts up. Click on Fingerprint Digital and click on Start. Let's watch how it's going to start up. It's loading. Yeah, this is perfect. Our Metasploitable 2 is working, as you can see here. This is how the server looks like. This is how the Metasploitable server looks like. You don't need to do a full screen kind of thing. It's okay. It's fine. Just leave it. So we have Metasploitable login. So Metasploitable also have a default login also. A default login. You don't need to change it. Like I told you, we are looking at it as if it's a third-party server that we want to launch an attack towards. So we don't really need to know much about it. We don't need to change any password. So we just need to discover their password, hack them, get what we want to need to get, and just run out of the box. So Metasploitable login. The default admin username and password is called MSF admin. Press enter. MSF admin. Enter. That is it. You are already in Metasploitable. Let's check out our IP address. I will explain this in subsequent classes where I'm going to be talking about the tools or the how to use Kali Linux. So you understand what ifconfig means. So that is it. That is it. This is all what we need in Metasploitable, and that is all. At this stage, do you have any question before I move on to Bbox, how to install Bbox? Any question? Are you still there?
No, sir.
Do you have any question before I move on to Bbox so we can know we are on the same
No, sir. No,
side?
sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So at this stage, once you have this kind of thing, all you just need to do is to leave it alone. You can minimize it. You can minimize it. You on your
Okay,
Kali,
sir.
then you can work and you start working. That means if you have intention to see this as the tool you are attacking, okay? As the tool you are attacking. So all we just need to do right now is to exit. Because what we're just doing today is setting up our lab. Yes, exit, and also please hold on. Sorry for that break in transmission. I'm really sorry about that. So now we need to shut down this server. When you click to shut down, you need to click on the X mark here. And when you click on that, all you need to do is nothing but click on power off your machine. Click on power off your machine. And when you click on power off your machine, then the next thing you do is click on OK, and you are good to go. So this is a very good one that our Kali Linux is working, our Fingerprints Digital is working. Now we're going to be installing our B-Box. I'm going to click on New. Yes, we are still in our expert mode. That is very good. So we're going to be calling this maybe BWAP B-Box. BWAP B-Box. Yes. Just like the same thing that we've been doing for other ones, but this is a little bit different, a little bit tricky. So what you just need to do is come to the operating system type, change it to Linux, and it's running on Ubuntu 64 bits. That is the OS distribution. It's working on Ubuntu 64 bits. So let's look for Ubuntu 64. This is Ubuntu, and this is Ubuntu 64. It's Ubuntu 64. So there's a little bit tricky thing that we need to do as regarding this one. It's different from the other ones. You just need to come down to specify virtual hardware, leave it the way it is, and click on specify virtual hard disk. You know, other ones will be clicking on use an existing hard disk. But for this one, it's going to be totally different. All you just need to do is create virtual machine without a virtual hard disk, without a virtual hard disk. Click on it and click on finish. So you have your BWAP here, and all you just need to do next, is to click on settings. Click on BWAP here and click on settings. So when you click on settings, we go to the storage at this place. We go to the storage here. When you go to the storage, you see a particular icon here. There are two. One is a disk, you see, an optical drive, and the other one is your hard drive. So come to the hard drive, click on plus, and click on add. Make sure you look for the location where you saved you extracted your B-Box. And there's something you should check, which is very, very important. Just go down and go to documents. If you also extract yours in documents, this is B-Box. Can you see B-Box? Now look at this B-Box. We have a lot of B-Box files here, but this one has 1 kilobyte. 1 kilobyte. And most times, I'm saying most times, depending on your system settings, most times is always the number one, the first one at the top. Sometimes is at the middle, sometimes is at the last end. But look for the one that has 1 kilobyte. Click on B-Box and click on open. Click on open. Can you see it's not selected? Can you see it's not selected? Click on B-Box. Yeah, make sure it's selected. Okay, I think it's selected. The little highlight is there. The little highlight is there. So click on choose. So when you choose this, you are going to be having this already inside there, and it's going to be saying that B-Box is already here under it. Just click on OK. When you see B-Box, then you have done the right thing. Click on OK, and B-Box is fine. Click on start. Click on start. Then B-Box is opening. I'm going to be doing just some little. I'm going to see how B-Box is going to open now. It's going to be different from other ones. You're going to see it's going to be a little bit different from the starting up. Is going to be a little bit different. You see, it's starting up as Ubuntu. Starting up as Ubuntu. Starting up as Ubuntu. So after this, we are going to be doing the very last one. Did you hear any sound from your side? A startup sound.
No.
Wow. There's a startup sound that's possibly maybe when you're watching the recorded version of this video, you're going to be listening to it. It has a very sweet and very sweet startup sound, and I really like that. I just heard it right now, and that is how we are going to be doing that. And there's going to be just some little configuration that you're going to be doing, but it's not much. All you just need to do is to click on View App. That is on Stats. Watch it. When it's highlighted, that's when you should click it. This is highlighted now. Oh, there's a particular thing I failed to do. Pardon me. I skipped something I'm supposed to do. Let me shut it down. That is why I'm having that issue. I just remembered now. Go to your settings and look for display and enable this 3D acceleration. Enable it. Possibly you can give it the video memory of 128 is fine. Video memory of 128 is fine because it works with a little bit graphics. I don't know if we're going to be making use of this in this course, but trust me, if you need any material on it, I'm going to be forwarding it to you. Click on OK. Now it's as assumed 128 megabytes of 3D acceleration. So let's start it up again. So let's see how it's going to work. It's coming on now. So I'm going to be doing Windows 10. I would want you to do Windows 11 because whatever we do on Windows 10, I want you to also try it out on Windows 11. If the
Okay,
hack
sir.
is working or maybe possibly they've patched it. That sound again, very soothing sound. Okay, let's see if it's better now. Is there any changes? Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, this is it. Just watch your mouse. Can you see the color changing? Can you see the
Yes,
color
sir.
changing? Yeah, so you have to
Yes, sir.
position your mouse in a place where the color can change and you can access what you need to access. Can you see? So I'm double clicking on that. Can you see it's working now? So just watch, be patient. Just watch this. This is an outdated Mozilla Firefox. If you can see this, one of the ancient. So the reason why they are leaving this outdated is because they want to teach you. They want you to learn by doing. What is the detriment? What is the consequence of keeping an outdated software in your company and you are their cybersecurity expert? They want you to know the importance of installing the most recent software that patches any kind of vulnerability that can be exploited. So that is all about that. So when you come in, you have to log in. You have to look for how to get that also. You have to look for how to get that also. You have to log in. But most times I really want to dwell on this. I really don't want to dwell on this because, well, if I can log in, let me see if I can use a keyboard shortcut. Yes, I think that can work. Yeah, it's working now. So I clicked on it and I pressed on tab until this came. So you tap on B and press tab and tap on bug. So the login is B and the password is bug. tab, unlock it, press enter. Then when you enter, you can scroll down, and you can see all this BWAP version 2, A1 injection, HTML injection, reflected gates. You have different things. You have them differently. All you just need to do is to come there and hack them. Pick on the ones you like. Cross-site scriptings are there. Okay, can I press back? Okay, so we have different things here. We have a lot of things here that you can practice with. So even if I teach you one, you can use similar ways to look at mail header injection. See, SMTP injection. So if you pick any one here, you can use similar words because of the way it's behaving. I may not want to come to this, but trust me, there's a lot of materials about this online. There's a whole of inexhaustible materials. So you can see them like this. I see them like this. So let's go to the longest one, possibly tonight. You can shut this site down by clicking on this red button and click on power of this machine and click on OK. So this is 1 hour 56 minutes that we have spent. Let's see if we can complete this one for tonight. And that is for Windows installation. Let me confirm I have my Windows in my documents, my Windows ISO file. Yes, I have my Windows ISO file here. And I already made a video for you on how to install and run Windows 10 in VirtualBox. If you need the video, I can share it with you. But let's go ahead. Let's install it. It's the easiest anyway. So let's start by clicking on New. You call this one Windows 10. I would like you to do Windows 11 and do a screen record and send it to me. I'm going to call it Windows 10 Pro. Windows 10 Pro. When you get to Windows 10 Pro, you click on ISO image. Like I told you the other class, previously in this same class, I told you when you're working with ISO image, you have to come to this place and click on order. Then you go and look for your ISO file. Go and look for your ISO file, which happens to be inside, what do we call it now? My documents. It happens to be inside my documents. So I'm going to click on my documents and I'm going to look for window ISO. You can see we have Windows 11, we have Windows 10. So I'm going to be clicking on Windows 10. I'm going to click on open. I'm going to click on open. You can see that there's a lot of things there. It wants us to do some settings and we are going to be doing that. So let's go there and allocate the right things we need to allocate. Windows 10 Pro, he has not seen it yet. Okay. I think in this place is grayed out. So let's remove this. Yes, let's remove this. I see it's gone now. So this place that is grayed out, make sure you uncheck, proceed with unintended installation. So uncheck it and make sure you select Windows 10 64-bit because that is what we imported here. Did I show you in the class how to get a Windows 10 ISO file? Did I?
No.
Okay. You can get a Windows 10 ISO file in just the way we've been getting others, but it's a little bit different using the Windows Image Manager. So, well, let me continue with the installation because Windows takes a while. Windows takes a while before it loads. So, I told you to uncheck this place. Go to guest, skip it. It has worked now. Specify hardware. Please let us specify this is Windows. Let's specify, I'm giving it maybe 3 gig, or I would have even loved to give it 4 gig. Yes, 4 gig is fine. Number of CPUs, I'll increase it to this, and I'll come to this. I'll just click. We've already specified an ISO file, so no need for coming for this again. Just click on finish. Just click on finish, and when you are done with everything, just start it. And watch out for something. This is the most dangerous part of it. When you are booting up, Windows will show you something that press any key to boot from maybe flash or CD or whatever thing he wants to call it, make sure you tap that key. If you don't tap that key, it will start from beginning again. Look at, it's going to start from beginning again. I'm tapping the key. Tap it, just tap any key in your keyboard. Then it has picked up. Once you see this, then you are good to go. Once you see this, you are good to go. If you are using, imagine you are using 8 gig RAM on this Windows right now. Trust me, it's going to be very, very fast. So you choose your preferred language, which is United States. United States is the best. And leave US here and click on next. Click on install now. Click on install now. It's working. Leave it, let it work. Let it do its job. One way or the other, I'm teaching you an engineering work. This is what an engineer does when they want to format the system. I would suggest you go for Windows 10 Pro. Windows 10 Pro, not for home or anything, just for this, what do we call it now? Just for this class. Go for Windows 10 Pro and click on next. Click on I accept and click on next. Click on custom install, or actually, if you have anything you are having here, you can say one way or the other. If you don't want it to format, you can say this, but I would say you should go for install Windows only. Just click next. Don't do anything here, just go next. Let it install. Don't do anything. If it's a normal system, you can click on new, click on OK, or partition it. That's where you can partition, or you can format the hard drive. But they don't format the hard drive. Just click on next, and this is where it takes time. This is where it takes time, and this is the only thing that will make this recording a little bit long. But I wish maybe when I'm going to upload it, I'll cut all this part off. Can you see it's just becoming 1 and it's going to 100. But for the sake of this class, we are going to maintain this. We're going to maintain this. I think it's fast. Thanks to God, I allocated 4 gig RAM and I'm on SSD. So I think this is fast, but still I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to cut this part off, put an animation, join it, then it will make it shorter. And while this is going, let me teach you how to get an official Windows 10 operating system to test with. So let's do that. And there are other links too, where you can try that. Other links you can try that with. So go to your Chrome. You can see my system is now laggy. I'm sharing RAMs between 2 operations right now. I'm sharing RAM between the Windows that is loading virtual machine, and I'm also sharing another 4 gig aspect of RAM on my main system. You know, it has never been doing like this, but see how long it took before it came out. That is to tell you that you need very good system. For my office, I use a 32 gig system, so this responds to me very fast. So we're going to be hacking Windows operating system. We're going to be bypassing password. We're going to see how hackers bypass password, and we are going to look at how to mitigate how hackers can bypass password. I think in the last class, I taught you your first password hacking through the vulnerability in browsers, right? Is that not true? Are we still together? Yeah. So you're going to be going to download. I need to be very patient with my system right now. I need to be very patient with my system. Yeah, that's good. Download Windows. Download Windows 10 ISO. When you do that, press enter. You can see the first link, ISO file. Download Windows 10 disk image. Click on it. But you don't download it just like that. There's a particular tool that downloads for you. create Windows 10 installation media. Click on download now. Click on download now. Yeah, it's downloading now. It's downloading now. It's called Media Creation Tool. It's called Media Creation Tool. So let's watch while it downloads. Though I have it, I should have stopped it and just go to my downloads file. Let me see if I can bring it out in my downloads file. Let me stop it. I have it. I'm going to bring it out right now and we're going to use it. Okay, I've seen it. I know I have it. So I'm going to be putting it in my documents where I kept all my files and all my tools. So you can start up from there. Hope you are understanding the class and there's no question so far, or you have any question you'd like to ask?
No, sir.
You have any question? Okay. Okay. So right click on this. It's going to be a little bit slow. Don't forget I'm installing Windows at the background. So right click on this and choose open. Right click on this and choose open. And click on yes. My system is lagging. Trust me, I'm going to be upgrading the RAM. I'm going to be upgrading the RAM. It's still coming. Let's hold on. This is another part I would like to cut also. So click on yes. Can you still see my screen? Can you still see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So okay, you can click on yes on the pop-up. Click on yes. Then when you click on yes, something comes out.
It's crack. The thing is cracking.
Yes, it's because my system is lagging. You should expect that. You should expect that I'm using almost all the resources in my system at the same time. If you have a RAM
Okay, sir.
gauge meter, you would see that I'm almost exhausting everything. It's going to be red. My RAM is going to be red. Even my processor at this moment, it's going to be red. Okay, I'm waiting for getting a few things ready. You can do the same thing for Windows 11. Getting things ready. This class is long. This is over 2 hours class. And we started earlier than this. But trust me, to install virtual machine, I said virtual machine, VMware is much more easier than this. Trust me, VMware would have installed completely. So what I'm going to do for VMware is that I'm not going to install Windows. So it will not take time like this. I'll just install Kali, VBox, and Metasploitable. No Windows. No Windows. Okay, so you see this, read all these things. After you are through reading it and you agree to it, click on accept. Then wait for this thing that is loading. Wait till it finish loading. Okay, this is going 46. Wait while it completes loading. It's not supposed to take this time, trust me. But because I'm doing something also, so I don't want to wait for one before I do the other one. So it's better I do the both simultaneously while this one is working. This is 49, almost at the half. Yeah, 50. Okay, this is it. This is it. So you click on, instead of upgrade this PC now, click on create installation media, USB flash for another PC. Click on it and click on next. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay. If you like this language, Windows 10, 64 bits. Use the recommended options and click on next. But if you don't like it, you can check it and change the language you have. But I would advise you leave it on these settings and click on next. They say USB flash, it needs at least 8 gig. ISO file, click on ISO file and click on next. Hold on, be patient for it. It's still going to go. Click on next. Yeah. Now, what this thing is telling you is that it wants you to create a folder for it where it's going to download that file. So in my ISO folder, I'm going to click in save, and it's progressing already. So while it's progressing, cancel that off. Okay. What happened? What happened to your network? Hello, are you there?
Hello, I'm here.
What happened to your network?
I don't know.
I lost you for a
It's
while.
cracking. I don't know. It's cracking, but
I
I'm
guess
seeing what you
I
are
guess
doing.
I'm overusing my I guess I'm overusing my system resources and my network. That you can see where it is. So it's going to start downloading from 0 to 100, and after downloading 0 to 100, you would have an ISO file in that particular place that you selected. For me, I selected Windows ISO folder. You just go inside that Windows ISO folder and pick that folder. You see an ISO file that you can do the same thing with. Okay. Did you get that?
Yes, sir.
So you get something inside like this Windows 10, and you can use it to do this Windows 10. You can use it to pump it up. Then it's still going 76. So I'm going to be back at when it's 100. Okay. I'm going to be back when it's 100. Let me call the people I need to call back. And at 100, I'm going to be watching my screen. Then we're going to be continue to the desktop. Then we are done. And that's mark everything. 100 later.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. It was cracking. I'm hearing.
I said at this moment, you saw it restarted, and after restarting, it came up and it tell you to press a particular key to. Hello, are you there? Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Hope you can see your screen. You can see what we have on your screen now.
Yes.
Okay, so now I want to point out something. Imagine you have, this is an SSD and a 4 gig RAM are allocated for it. See how long it took. Imagine you now put HDD and you have, maybe you allocated maybe 2 gig RAM or 3 gig RAM. Do you know how long it's going to take? You understand that now? So one way or the other, make sure that you have good system configuration and a very good upgrade. If you don't have a system that is that big, try as much as possible to do that. So at this place, you could have United States and you can have Nigeria, depending on whatever thing you want. Nigeria is definitely there. Nigeria is definitely there. Nigeria is there. So I'm proud of my country. Just pick Nigeria and I think, yeah, scroll down and choose yes. Scroll down and choose yes. Okay, which keyboard is the right keyboard layout? Choose USA and choose yes. Skip this one. But you just have to hold on again. This will not take a while. Just hold on a little. So by next class, would you have set up all your virtual machines in VirtualBox? Should I expect
Yes.
that you have
Yes.
set
Yes, sir.
everything up?
I'll try, sir.
That's good. That's good. That's good. So next class, we're going to be taking the second one, but trust me, it's not going to stay that long. So we're going to be having two things next class: setting up your lab using VMware. After we do that one, I'm just going to install Kali Linux, Metasploitable, and Bbox. Once we are done with installation, I enter straight into introduction to Kali Linux and CLI commands. Those are the things I move into straight up. So from there, we pick it up. Then before we now start entering into the concepts of ethical hacking, and I'll make sure that I treat the ones you can relate to, the ones that are practical, that you can use to understand the concepts, how it looks like when they are teaching you in school, and they're talking about phishing. You know what a phishing means, and you know what other things means, such as anonymity, what is sniffing, reconnaissance, how you do scanning, all these steps, how you escalate privileges, and so on and so forth, depending on the time we have. But trust me, I'll try my best to see how I can give you the best. So you can see how hackers, how threat actors, how they perpetrate their work. So it's about to be done. The same take your patience. So are you there? Are you there? I want you to see what you have on your screen. Hello? 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 Good luck. Good luck. Are you there? Can you hear me? Good luck. Can you hear me? Hello, good luck. Hello? Hello, good luck. Let me continue. You watch the recording, okay? So when you get to this place, okay. So when you see this screen, how would you like how would you like to set up? Just choose set up for personal use. Then scroll down and choose next. At this place, you can decide to put an account if you have, but if you don't have, you can just click next, or possibly choose an offline account. Choose offline account there. Then this sign in to enjoy full range of Microsoft apps and so on and so forth. Click on next. Okay, I have an account. I don't know if I should use mine. Okay, let me try my own personal account. Let's see. Signing another way would be better. Let's do email this account. Or should I use my password? Let me use my password. Let me see if it will go. Let's see if this goes through. I'm being required to create a PIN. So the PIN is okay. Okay, let me use. So at this place now, you can see always have access to your recent browsing data and so on and so forth. You can click on accept and hold on also for that time. And you can click on, you can turn everything off if you like, you can turn it off. Since it's a virtual machine, we don't need all those things. We don't need all these things. I don't think this is important. Let's see if we can skip it. Skip. Or remind me later. All these are just too much. We don't need all this before. But since that is where it is now, no problem. Let's still keep going with the flow. As you can see, we are done with our Windows system installation, Windows 10 system installation. And this is it. This is it. This is it's logged in with my personal accounts. So that's all for the class. And that is nice having you at the moment for this class. I really appreciate it. So we can always shut this down also if we wish to shut it down. And that could be from so let's go to the close. I click on power off. I click on OK. And that is all about what we need to install for our setup. Sorry it took this long, but that is all we need for our setup. And if you can do this successfully, then you are ready to do something with ethical hacking. Thank you so much and have a nice time. Till we meet in the next class, I remain a wonderful host, Simeon Ajumabi. Thank you and have a wonderful time. Till we meet again. Thanks.